Blog Talk Radio.
Writing your book is the easy part. Promoting your book so readers can find and purchase it is the hard part. Welcome to the Author Chat Show, hosted by author-publisher Lynda D. Brown. Follow us at www.facebook.com/authorchat. And to contact the show to promote your book, contact me at theauthorchatshow@gmail.com. Stay tuned and listen to today's show.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Author Chat Show. I'm your host, Lynda D. Brown. My guest today is author K.R. Sanders. Kay is going to be chatting with me about her book, The Coaching Business Blueprint, Everything You Need to Start, Run, and Build a Professional Coaching Business. So this is a great interview for those of you that are starting a business or interested in starting a business to make sure you listen to. Now, we'll be right back to chat with Kay about her book after a word from today's sponsor.
PrimeStar Publicity and Public Relations is a full-service firm ready to fill the needs of their clients. Owner Helen Cook has more than 32 years of publicity, public relations, advertising, and marketing experience, and she focuses her professional talents on working with her clients' strengths to create customized, strategic campaigns, whether their needs are great or small. Radio, TV, print, internet, publicity, marketing, creating a social media presence, branding, client positioning, author tours, speaking events. These are just some of the services PrimeStar provides for their clients. For a complete list of services and other information about the company, please visit our website, www.primestarpublicity.com, or email Helen at helen.cook@primestarpublicity.com. or phone 903-654-0938. PrimeStar's home office is located in the Houston, Texas area.
All right, and welcome back to the show. Excuse me. For those of you just tuning in, today's guest is author K.R. Sanders. Kay is going to be chatting with me about her book, The Coaching Business Blueprint, Everything You Need to Start, Run, and Build a Professional Coaching Business. This is Kay's first time on the Author Chat Show, so let's go ahead and bring her on with a warm Author Chat welcome. Kay, welcome to the show.
Hi, welcome. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to have you on our show. You've got a great subject matter. The coaching business. A lot of people are not even familiar with what an actual coach does when it comes to assisting someone with their business. But before we discuss the book, since this is your first time on the show, let's get started by you telling us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Yeah, well, my name is Kay Sanders. I'm a ICF certified personal development coach, a sales coach, and also an author. Originally, I'm from Germany, but me and my son, we moved to El Paso, Texas back in 2006, and we've been here ever since. So, yeah, it's been a really great experience being a coach, being an author. And I just want to say thank you for having me on your show today.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to have you on, Kay. Now, how did you get started in the coaching business?
Well, I've been working for behavioral health for the military, and I learned a lot of great things about holistic treatment methods and stuff, and that's kind of what kind of got me into the whole holistic life coaching, and then I just want to help people, and I just really, like I said, I just want to help people, and that's when I decided, I want to become a coach. And I just recently finished my ICF certification, and I'm actually ICF International Coaching Federation coach. And the things that I have learned from being in the training. I mean, it's been amazing, and that's actually also the reason why I wrote my book as well, because I wanted to share with people, the things that I've learned. And the coaching business is really, it's an amazing business to be in, because you can help people become better. You can help them achieve their dreams and goals and desires, and you can really make a difference in people's lives. And I think that's the most amazing part about being a coach.
I totally agree. As a matter of fact, I'm actually a book coach with authors. I don't particularly call myself a publisher, because as a publisher, they would actually have to pay me, the royalty. The companies would actually have to pay me the royalties, and then I would have to then turn around and send those payments to the authors. I didn't want to get involved in that, but I was very interested in coaching authors to show them how to publish the best possible book. So in your book, Kay, what types of skills and knowledge do you share in the book that would help someone like me expand my business?
Well, basically everything that you need to know as far as how you coach someone, because there's also specific techniques on how you coach someone. I mean, first of all, you don't necessarily have to tell people what they have to do, because as a coach, you basically help people come up with their own answers, because every person, they hold their own answers in them. They just have a hard time getting to their answers. So as a coach, you will be able to draw that out of them, and you will help them realize their own answers. So that's one big thing about, being a coach, and that's one big aspect of what you will learn in my book. And then also, like, any strategies as far as what do you need to get started, the different techniques about coaching itself, like the listening and asking the right questions, and also, how do you market your business, what kind of things that you need for marketing as far as website, flyers, and all of those type of things, building joint ventures. And then another big part which is usually missing out of most books is the sales aspect. Because, I mean, you do have to sell your coaching business, your coaching practice. You have to sell your client. I mean, your practice. Just because you're a coach doesn't mean that, clients are going to come knocking on your door. You have to find them. You have to, get them to hire you. So it really is, my book is all about, like everything that you need from A to Z on how to become a coach and how to build your coaching business. So it's relatively comprehensive. It has a little bit of everything in it.
Okay. And so what I'm hearing then, Kay, is that you use social media to promote your business, to market your business. What other sources do you use to promote your business?
For my business, like right now, I'm very strongly with joint ventures. Like me and some other co-authors, we are working on putting something together where we can all help each other grow our business. Other than that, I am passing out flyers. I conduct book signings just so I can position myself as an expert, because it's very hard to really, have people know about you. I mean, people need to know about you, otherwise you don't have a business. Because so that's really the thing. And speaking in front of the room, that is one aspect that you can do. Me personally, I haven't done that yet, but I use the book signing mainly for just, putting my name out there so people will know about me. People will see, okay, this is Kay Sanders, okay, and hey, she wrote a book. So that's really the two things that I do right now.
Okay, great. And locally, since you mentioned that you're in El Paso, Texas, is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
So locally, are you a part of the Regional Growth and Commerce? We have that here in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm not sure if you guys have that down in Texas, but it's a business organization that will really help you to get the word out about who you are and what services you offer. Are you a part of something like that down in El Paso?
No, I did hear about the Chamber of Commerce. I don't know if
the Chamber of Commerce, exactly. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I have not worked with them yet, but it is also on my to-do list. So I do want to reach out to them and see what I can do to have them help me with my business.
Exactly. Now, one of the things that I know that was kind of hard for me, because I think when you're a coach, like you said, one of the things that tend to motivate you to look at that as a profession is a desire to help people. However, like you said, you can't really grow a business if you're not charging fees. Do you talk in your book, or do you mention in your book about how to structure your fees for your services?
Yes, it has, like I said, it has basically everything that you need, from pricing, like different packages. It has everything in it.
Great. Okay, so for those that are listening again, the author that I'm chatting with is K.R. Sanders, and Kay is the author of the book, The Coaching Business Blueprint, Everything You Need to Start, Run, and Build a Professional Coaching Business. Now, this is a book that if you're interested in starting your very own coaching business, but you don't know where to get started, or perhaps you are already a coach, but you're lacking the skills or knowledge as to how to successfully grow your business, this is really the book that you want to get. So, Kay, tell me, how is the book sales going for your book?
It's actually going pretty well. I mean, I was actually surprised. I mean, first of all, I never even thought I would even write a book because I didn't really like the writing, but then I had gotten an offer to be a co-author in another book, and that's really what kind of got the ball rolling. And now, like, I made Amazon bestseller in 3 different categories on Kindle the day I launched it. And even now, it's amazing. Like so many people still purchase my book, and like even the comments that people make about my book, it is amazing. I mean, I was really surprised the value that my book was able to provide to people, and they really like my books. I was very excited about that, and I do every day. I make sale here and there.
Okay, great. Wonderful. Now, you mentioned something that I am a big fan of, and that's joint ventures. So for my listening audience that might not be familiar with joint ventures, tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing with your partners in that joint venture to really promote your business.
Well, joint ventures is really like building partnerships with like-minded people, or like in my case, with fellow authors or other coaches. So we are all working together in like right now. We're building like kind of like a coaching school where we all kind of create products that we can put on a website, and we all promote the website. And even with the book that I'm a co-author in, it's called The Change, and I'm in book number 5, and it's by Jim Britt and Jim Lutz, 2 very powerful people they're very high up in the personal development and coaching business. And the Change book is really the best example of a JV collaborative. That's what they call it. It's a joint venture where multiple co-authors, they all have a chapter in a book, and we all promote the book. So basically, if I go and do a book signing for that book, I promote everyone because there are 20 co-authors in now one book. So I'm not just going to promote my own book or my own chapter, but I'm also promoting everyone else that's in the book because, excuse me, they all have the contact information in with their chapter. So that's really what a JV or the joint venture is all about, is collaboration. You help each other build a business. And when I first started in business, before I even really knew about joint ventures, I heard about it, but I couldn't really wrap my head around it. I was like, okay, building relationships. Okay, what is the big deal about it? Until I became the co-author of the book, and then I realized, like all these great minds, they get together, they come up with ideas, they collaborate, they advertise for each other, and I mean, it is so amazing. And for anyone that's starting a business, it doesn't even have to be a coach or anything like that. Just anyone that's building a business, I would say joint ventures is the biggest thing that will help you really have a breakthrough with your business. Because you can't do everything by yourself. I've tried it when I first started. I tried to do everything by myself, and it just didn't work out that well. I mean, I got to say, it just did not work that well until I learned about joint ventures. And now, just like I said, connecting with all these great minds, people that are already more successful than I am, and I can learn from them. I mean, it is just amazing. And I know by forming joint ventures, I know that will help me get to where I want to be. I will be able to have the thriving coaching business that I want to have. So
exactly,
joint ventures is definitely the way to go.
Okay, and I don't know if I missed this, but did you also mention how you found your partners for your joint ventures? Because like you said, you definitely want to make sure you're with like-minded people. So how did you put yourself in a position to find these types of people?
Well, for me, the way I found my joint venture partners is because of the book, the Change book, where I'm a co-author in. I was connected with them because we all are in a Facebook group, so we all kind of learned about each other, and we all connected with each other that way. As far as if I wouldn't have been part of that book, I mean, there are so many groups out there on Facebook, or you can do meetup groups or anything. You know, it depends on which field you're in, but you would find like-minded people by going to like networking events or meetup groups or something like that, and you really look for people in your niche. So for me, I'm a coach. There are so many coaches out there. They have Facebook groups for coaches, so I can go there and I can connect with them. And then also from the school that I was in, where I was getting my ICF certification, I connected with my fellow students. And so it all depends where you go, but there are definitely ways to find people in your niche, that like-minded people that you can connect with.
Wonderful. Now, since your book talks about starting your own business, do you have information in the book about licensing, the proper license that you'll need, whether or not you need to incorporate or certifications? Do you discuss this in your book?
I did mention something. I mean, as a coach, you really don't need licensing.
Okay.
It also depends, you know, what kind of business you start. But as a coach, it looks good if you have a certification. So now, since I'm an ICF coach, that actually means something. That looks really good because I am certified through the ICF. But as a coach, you really don't need to have a license because it's not like a therapist or anything like that. So you don't need to have any credentialing or anything like that. But it does look a lot better, and it also helps you, you know, be able to charge more. Because if I wouldn't have a certification, I wouldn't be able to charge as much as an ICF coach, for example. You know, so that's why it might be very kind of important to become ICF certified or just have a certification, but it is not necessary. And I do mention it in the book as well, because as a coach, as long as you know what you're doing, like how to coach, that you're in a specific niche and stuff, you find your target market, you really pinpoint, you know, who are the people that you're going to be coaching with. And that's also a thing that I cover in my book, is like how to find your niche, how to find, you know, your target market. Because, I mean, you can't just go out there and say, okay, I'm a life coach. You have to be more specific. So, like me, I'm a personal development coach. My main target is veterans who suffer from PTSD, and also network marketers, other coaches, because I help them with, you know, increasing their sales results. That's what I do as a sales coach. And that's another thing that I cover in the book, like how you pinpoint, you know, who you're going to be coaching with, or who is your target market, and how you find your target market, because that will help you also have a more target advertising strategy. Because if you're just saying you're just a life coach, that's too broad. So it's going to be very hard finding the right people. But if you're, let's say me, I work with the veterans, I know where to go to find veterans. So that's one thing that I cover in my book as well.
Right. So what I'm hearing, Kay, is that you can actually be a coach in several different fields if you have the expertise in that. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can be a coach in wellness. You can be a stress management coach. You can be relationship. It doesn't matter. If you can have multiple ones, I just find if you have too many, you might spread yourself too thin. And also, like I said, with the marketing aspect makes it a little more difficult if you have multiple niches that you're coaching with. Like I said, like me, I coach in two different niches because I started out as a sales trainer, then I turned into a sales coach because I'd rather coach than just train people. And then during my ICF certification, I thought I have to kind of stick with sales coaching. I couldn't wrap my finger around or my head around that. Technically, as a coach, you can coach on anything, because if you learn the strategies and the coaching model, I can basically coach someone on anything. because it's all about just asking the right questions and helping people come up with their own answers. So I don't even have to be an expert in the field that I'm coaching. So
exactly.
When I realized that, that kind of opened things up for me. And I'm a sucker for personal development. I mean, I love learning more about myself and different aspects like the mindset and stuff. And that's when I decided I want to become a personal development coach, really helping people see that they can be better. They can achieve certain things, and a lot of times it's their mindset that's really holding them back. So that's what I love about personal development, because you can basically achieve anything that you want to achieve if you set your mind to it and you really you set your goals and you focus on it and stuff. So that's why I chose the two niches that I'm in.
That is really awesome, especially in this day and age where we're so busy. We have so many different things to keep us distracted on what it is that we're called to do. So I can really see your business, especially the professional life development coaching aspect, being something that's really huge. But my question to you is, how would a person who's kind of floundering out there, Kay, not quite sure who they are, what it is that they want to do, how would they find you? How would they know to connect with you, because you're the person that they need?
Well, they can connect with me through my website, which is www.kaysanders, which is KAYSANDERS.com, or they can also email me at k@kaysanders.com. And I'm also on Facebook as well as LinkedIn, so they can reach out to me on that as well.
Great. Would you do me a favor after the broadcast, if you can go to my Arthur Chat Facebook page and post your information on there? And actually, I set that page up, and I've mentioned this before. This page is for authors, the ones that come on my show, the ones interested in coming on my show. It's a great place to connect with readers that are interested in finding out who you are and how they can connect with you. And I think with what you do, because there are a lot of, and I know you don't have this as a particular niche, but there are a lot of writers out here that are kind of floundering, Kay. They're not quite sure what genre they want to write in. And I guess that's kind of where I kind of come into the picture as a book coach, because they're just kind of confused, and we just kind of get them on the right path, so to speak. Do you agree with that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, most definitely.
Exactly.
It is very difficult to kind of find your own path and stuff if you don't really have the guidance. So, yeah, most definitely.
Right. Now, according to your author bio, you're also a certified holistic life coach. So does that let me know that you deal with or you promote holistic medicines and alternative health remedies?
Yes, that's actually how I started out with. Back in 2012, that was my very first coaching training that I did. The only thing that I didn't learn during that training was like how to actually coach someone, but I did learn about holistic modalities. I'm also Reiki level 1 certified. I've done different training on aromatherapy, EFT. What else did I do? I've done my own like aromatherapy mixtures and stuff. So I do promote holistic, yes, because in today's time and age, if you go to a doctor, they give you all kind of medication, but it's all just a Band-Aid. So it doesn't really help with the underlying issue. So when it comes to like treatment, you have to treat the whole body, not just you have a little pain here. Okay, here's some painkillers. There's an underlying issue right there that's causing the pain, and most doctors, they don't really look at it. They just like, okay, you have some pain, here's some painkillers, and that's it. And what I've learned throughout my training and also working for the PTSD treatment program, I learned about Reiki, I learned about acupuncture, and all these different modalities. And you really have to treat your whole body, not just, the actual issue. No, you have to treat the body, the mind, and the soul. And that's what I learned about holistic, and that's why I like the holistic way, even about like meditation, all of those things. I mean, they're sometimes more beneficial than actually getting medication. It takes a little longer, yes, but it's probably more effective in the long run.
Absolutely. And I'm assuming you're using those same techniques as you work with veterans that are suffering from post-traumatic stress syndrome?
Yes. I mean, I can't give them the things as far as like self-hypnosis scripts and stuff like that, but I can point them in the direction like, hey, here you can try that if you want to. And I also mentioned about homeopathic medicine, and about I give them resources, and then they have the ability to use it. I do use EFT with them, and I'm currently also working on learning NLP, the neuro-linguistic programming language, I believe. And so I will be able to use that whenever I work with my clients, because, like I said, a lot of times it's our mindset that's holding us back with different things. So that's why I want to learn NLP, because I know that can help in a lot of different ways.
Absolutely. Wow, Kay, you have been just a wealth of information today. This has been, I actually have a notebook page full of information, just jotting down some of the stuff that you have mentioned. This has just been absolutely awesome. Believe it or not, we're down to about 3 minutes left on the show. Now, you're in El Paso. Do you have any events or book signings where some of our listening audience that are in that area could come out, talk to you, maybe connect with you if they're having some issues that they need help with?
Actually, yes, I do. I have one coming up this coming week, in the 13th and the 14th, but that's on the military base here on Fort Bliss. I will be there both days from 10 in the morning to 4 in the afternoon, and then the week later I will be at. It's not going to be a really book signing where I'm more presented. It's more like an event that I'm going to be there. It's for veterans. It's a food pantry - run, so they're going to have that, and I will be there, and I told them I would donate the profit that I make of writing, like selling my books that day. I will give them part of the profit as a donation for the veterans.
Wonderful,
so
wonderful.
Weekend after.
Okay. Again, if you have time, if you could post that on the Facebook fan page. Kay, a lot of people don't understand the importance of donating back. I mean, it comes back to you 100-fold when you give some of the proceeds from your book, when you're doing a thing like the event that you're going to be doing on the 13th and the 14th at the base. That is absolutely awesome. And again, like you said, it just really it's not even, and this is what a lot of authors I don't think really understand. To be honest with you, just tell me if you agree with me. It's not really the book sales, how many books you sell. It's really just getting your name out there so that way you can connect with people that really need the information that you have, the services that you provide, and what type of value you can actually bring to somebody else's life. Do you agree with that?
Yes, exactly. I mean, that's why I do it. I mean, I really don't make too much off of my book, but it's really mainly just like people will know about me and they will see that I know something. I'm an expert in this area. So it's really just positioning yourself as an expert. And if you use the book signings, and you leverage that, then you can grow your business like that as well.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, with the fact that you're working with our veterans, our very important veterans that have been so traumatized over these last couple of years with the wars that we have been involved in, I think that is absolutely great. And Kay, I wish you all the best. You have been a wonderful guest. I mean, anytime the time, we're down to 60 seconds. Anytime the time flies like that, that means I have a guest that really just likes to get in there and tell us about herself and about her book and her services. And you were just an awesome guest, and I really appreciate you coming on the show and sharing your book with us and also your services with us. Okay, we really appreciate it.
Thank you, and like I said, thank you for having me on your show. I really appreciate it, and so yeah, thank you.
Oh, honey, anytime. And trust me, if you have another book coming out or another event, especially anything with veterans, I'm really big. My father was a Korean War veteran, from the Korean War. So anything that you'd like for me to just even promote for you, just make sure you just drop me an email. You've got my email address, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. I think what you're doing is awesome.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Anytime, sweetheart. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and thank you so much for coming on the Author Chat Show.
Okay, thank you. You too. Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, that was author Kay Sanders, K.R. Sanders. And again, the title of her book is, The Coaching Business Blueprint, Everything You Need to Start, Run, and Build a Professional Coaching Business. The book is available on Amazon. I believe it's available in the Kindle and the print format. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to pull that information up before the show. But if you're in the El Paso, Texas area, like she said, she's going to post that on our Facebook fan page the 13th and the 14th of this month. I believe she said she's going to be at Fort Bliss, if that is familiar to you guys in the El Paso, Texas area. Try to get out there. Or if you know some vets that are still struggling with some post-traumatic stress syndrome, let's get the word out. Let's get out here and get some help for our veterans. These are our men and women that have put their lives on the line for us, and we really have to give back to them. Okay, with that being said, thank you so much for joining us today on the Author Chat Show. It was great talking to Kay about her book, and we will actually see you. We'll be back here Wednesday morning. We have so many authors coming on the show to promote their books that I have opened up my Wednesday morning show. The last time I think I had a Wednesday morning show, I was doing a lot of small businesses, which I have no problem doing. We'll still be mixing that in with author interviews and some of the things, just like what Kay does. You can mix them together. Kay has a business, plus she's written a book. That is the best way to do it, guys. You position yourself as an expert in that field, which is why I have my Author Chat guides out for authors. I'm an author, plus I help promote authors. So I have 3 books on Amazon in the Kindle format. They're called the Author Chat Guide. One is how to promote your book on a shoestring budget. Every author that contacts me about coming on the show, they get a free copy of that one. And it has a great list of different websites and author service providers who are out there eager to help you promote your book. So you don't have to do this by yourself. There are people out there that are looking to help you, seriously. The second book that I had out is how to convert your book into an audio book. A lot of authors, especially indie authors or self-published authors, are not aware that we can now convert our books into audio books using Amazon's ACX audio book exchange services. It's wonderful. So I have a book on that. It's in the Kindle format. I think they're all like $2.99. And then the third book, which I just released and which I just got on Facebook, because one of the groups of authors that I'm a member of just mentioned about how to start doing programs at his local library. So I had to go right on Facebook right before the show and remind him, Emmanuel Carpenter, if you're listening, that I just released a new book, the Author Chat Guide to how to partner with your library and sell more books. So it's more than just, going to your library and say, hey, can you put my book, in your collection? It's also about, hey, I'm a writer. I'll be more than happy to, do some writing groups if you have a need for that, or come out and talk to would-be writers about how to get started with the writing or publishing process. Libraries are looking for programs like that, guys. So, again, if this is something that you're interested in, I ask that you go to Kindle, at Amazon.com, click on Kindle, click on my name, Lynda, Lynda, middle initial D like David, Brown like the color, and look for my Author Chat guides. Like I mentioned to Kay, I am also a book coach, and I can do it all over the world. You just don't need to be in the immediate areas that I'm in. If you need help trying to get your book published, contact me. Or if you're interested in being a guest on the Author Chat Show, drop me a line at theauthorchatshow@gmail.com. We'd love to have you on the show, or I would love to help you get your book out there. Again, thanks so much for joining us today, and we'll see you guys back here on Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. on the Author Chat Show. Bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.